This is the fourth nutritional webinar. In the previous nutritional webinar, I talked about the menstrual cycle and how that can affect weight loss. In this nutritional webinar, I'm going to be talking about the menopause and how that affects weight loss. So for those who don't know what the menopause is, it's a natural aging effect that you can have on the body in females. So as you get older, you go through, it's called the menopause, where you can't produce can't produce babies anymore, and it affects your hormone levels. So as you get older, you can see a decrease in your luteinizing hormone and your follicle stimulating hormone, and these are in the ovaries, and what these do is produce testosterone and estrogen. So testosterone is the main kind of hormone that's used when looking to kind of burn fat. So as you get older, you can see a decrease in these two hormones, and that in turn can lower your testosterone. So when you're kind of going through the menopause, and this can happen when you're kind of age 45 to 55, you can see that your testosterone will kind of lower. Okay, so the ways that your testosterone lowers come through the following kind of aspects. So you can have an increase in your medication that you're taking, so this can lower your testosterone. If you eat often, that can lower your testosterone. So there's research and kind of journal article papers looking at how eating often can affect your testosterone levels. Stress is a main one, and probably stress is probably the biggest one that can lower your testosterone levels. So you've got all different types of stressors. So you've got environmental stressors, chemical stressors, you've got physical stressors, and environment stressors. So depending on kind of how stressed you are, and this can literally be from maybe exercising too little, you can get stressed. That can increase your kind of cortisol levels in the body, and that in turn lowers your testosterone. So as you get older, all of these kind of factors kind of play a part in decreasing your testosterone, and testosterone is the main hormone that the body produces to burn fat. Testosterone is normally kind of seen in males, or more in males, but it also is in females, and it's produced in the ovaries. So as you get older, testosterone decreases, and that in turn can lead to kind of weight gain, especially when you're going through the menopause. So if you're looking to kind of target weight loss, especially as you kind of reach into the menopause, there are kind of some things that you can do to kind of increase your testosterone levels naturally. So the first one would be intermittent fasting. So when you wake up in the morning, your kind of testosterone levels are naturally going to be higher. So what you can do is use intermittent fasting as a tool to kind of increase your testosterone. So for those who are not familiar, you've got intermittent fasting is where you kind of don't eat for 16 hours of the day and then eat for 8 hours a day. So normally you kind of skip a meal. So intermittent fasting is a really good technique that you can do. Mainly you would kind of miss out breakfast and have lunch and dinner, and then not eat after your dinner right the way through to lunch. So it's a good tool that you can have kind of in your arsenal to target weight loss. The second one is you need to lower your stress levels. So I know that's kind of easier said than done, because everybody kind of has stresses, but what you need to do is look at your kind of daily kind of lifestyle and write down all the things that kind of that make you stressed, or what you do on your day-to-day basis, whether that kind of be going to the gym, working, looking at all your kind of habits that you do. Write it all down on a bit of paper, and look at ways to overcome kind of each kind of barrier or each kind of area of stress that you may have. The last one would be to get better sleep. So there's a direct correlation between having sleep deprivation and increasing your cortisol levels. So if we know that cortisol decreases your testosterone, and we know that testosterone is the main hormone in increasing fat loss in the body, just make sure you try and get a better quality of sleep. You can use different sleeping apps that kind of monitor how long you are sleeping for and the quality of your sleep. There's quite a few on the App Store that you can download. But yeah, sleep is one of the main ones that will kind of decrease your cortisol levels, and that in turn will help you with weight loss. When kind of looking to to train, it's very important that you're in a calorie deficit. I did touch on this one on the first and second webinar, but a calorie deficit is fundamental to weight loss. Okay, if you aren't in a calorie deficit, you're going to be consuming too many calories more than your body needs, and therefore you'll put on weight. So depending, even if you're younger or older, a calorie deficit is number one. My second tip would be to try to track your calories, so it leaves you accountable and responsible for the actual amount of calories that you're putting into your body. It's really good for kind of giving you an indication of how much you are eating, and also if you're going above or below each macronutrient, such as your proteins, carbs and fats. My last tip would be trying to lay off the alcohol a little bit. So alcohol is empty calories. It doesn't actually have any nutritional value, and a glass of wine could have 100 to 200 calories per serving. Same as beer. So beer is probably the worst one that you could drink to kind of put on weight, and it's got about 250 calories per pint. So these are all kind of liquid calories, and especially if you're not tracking your calorie intake, you can easily be in a surplus, and therefore that can lead to weight gain. So just kind of having those 3 tips kind of put in place, and just making sure that you're in a calorie deficit. That's the main kind of fundamentals to weight loss. But like I said, the reason why it is difficult to lose weight when you're on menopause is mainly due to your testosterone levels and estrogen levels decreasing. So just to kind of round that up, if you're looking to kind of target weight loss in the menopause, there's just a few things that you can do, and that would be intermittent fasting. So give it a try. It's not everyone's cup of tea, because some people love having breakfast, some people don't like having breakfast, but it's a really good tool that you can use to target weight loss, especially in the morning, because your testosterone levels are nice and high. The second one is just try and lower your stress levels. So just write down all the stresses that you have in your life, and find ways to kind of overcome that and to reduce your stress level. The last one is just try and get more sleep. So all you can do is just make sure that you're trying to get your 9 hours in a night, and just make sure that is a good quality sleep. This all underpinned with exercising regularly will kind of help you lose weight when you have menopause.